What's up, guys? Reform Stoic. Here's a little pep talk for you. Maybe a little couple of updates. I don't know. This is something about like confidence and thoughts on Moggy Jr. release, and just got some stuff on my mind today. I feel a little bit like hungover today. I was just like out and about yesterday. Yesterday was the only day I didn't stream. This week we streamed every day following the release of Moggy Jr. We hit 4K, guys. 4K on Moggy Jr., the first week's release. It was just released on all platforms today. So if you want to hit it up on Spotify, iTunes, or whatever, it's there. It's ready for you. Do me a solid. Throw that on a playlist in Spotify. If you're all on Spotify. I feel like that's what everybody uses. I don't. I've always used iTunes or just whatever, my MP3 player, songs on my phone or whatever. But yeah, I do tend to use iTunes on my phone. But whatever, that doesn't matter. We got 4K. That's not a flop, but it ain't exactly like popping off either. We're in the cut. We're in the cut, boys. Life is war. Everything you want in life as a man is war. And I know some of y'all are still, a lot of you guys are younger than me watching this channel. You're still in the feeling sorry for yourself stage. You're still in the realizing harsh truths stage and kind of moping to people about it. It's like, but nobody cares about me. Nobody cares about men. Women are like this. Fake friends. Fake people. Liars. It's all war, bro. And you're in the stage where you're realizing that you've been in a silent war. You've been in the silent war where people are manipulating you because, you know, they want to avoid the violence. They want to avoid the full-on overt war. They just want to be able to tell you lies, manipulate you, keep you down with fear, keep you down with manipulation, false promises, backstabbing. On some level, it's because, you know, they just want to avoid conflict. But at the same time, they're not afraid of the conflict with you because they don't think you're going to do anything about it. And a lot of times they just realize that you're asleep. You're in that stage where you assume the best in people and you think life works in this happy-go-lucky way. Now, before you tune out, if you're not interested in that kind of a video, kind of bridging the Moggy Jr. release and the rant about the war in the world, everything being war, it's relevant to marketing. So you're a rapper. So you got a single. Some people think it's good. You got your little 4,000 views. You got some comments. Your single's doing all right. And then, you know, you approach these marketing companies. It's like, hey guys, I'm a rapper and I got a new single and this is where I'm from. Are you guys going to help me make it? Oh yeah, of course, buddy. We want nothing but to see you be successful. I'm not taking shots at any like the companies that I tried to work with or whatever. I'm just saying, when you think about promotion, I have a song. I want to get it out there. How do I promote it? Oh, well, you just look up promotion companies and you pay for their promotion packages and then you'll be the next Drake. LMAO, you just gotta be talented. As long as you did the hard work and you're a good rapper, you sign up for the promotion packages and then you'll be the next Drake. And if that's not what happens, it means it's because you're not good enough. Is that the world that we live in? Not at all. Not at all. It doesn't necessarily mean that promotion companies are a scam. Let me tell you something. If anybody hasn't seen my latest short where I got the live streamer Cuff'em to react to my song, that's the only real promotion that there is. Listen up. This is free marketing advice. Any of you out there, you ever seen the movie Hustle and Flow? I think it won like an Oscar or some shit. It's about the guy that, you know, he's trying to make it with his mixtape or his single or whatever. You know what? It's probably a good time for me to watch that movie again. That's actually a great movie. There's an important lesson in that movie. Let me lay it out for you. Ludacris is in the movie and he's playing a rapper who made it. And he meets Ludacris at the bar and oh my, and he's all like, wow, man, I'm so happy to meet you. And hey, man, listen, I got this single. And Ludacris is like hollering at girls, and he's only halfway paying attention. But he gets them drunk, and they're hanging out. And he eventually is like, hey, man, you know, this song right here, this mixtape, this is my baby. This is what I put effort into. I've been doing this for a long time. And Ludacris gives him some like, oh, yeah, cool, man. He puts it in his pocket. So the guy goes into the bathroom later, and Ludacris is all drunk, and he sees his mixtape in the toilet, and he sees that Ludacris pissed on his mixtape. So he beats the shit out of him. Fast forward to the end of the movie. He does some time in prison, and his song blew up. He made it. His song got on the radio, and he fucking made it. And the prison guard knows about it. And when he's getting out of prison guard's like, hey, man, I heard your song. Everybody's happy for you. Yo, dog, this is my mixtape. This is my baby. This is my shit. And maybe you can do a solid for me, man. And he hands him the mixtape. And then the guy looks at the camera, and that's the end of the movie. And it's saying, like, what do you think? Is he going to give this guy a shot, or is he going to piss on his mixtape? Everybody's going to piss on your mixtape, dude. Nobody cares about you. And, okay, so you got some talent. I got some talent. My song's fucking fire. Moggy Jr. is the best fucking thing that you've ever heard in a very long time. Especially considering that that's $300. I bought the beat for $200. I got it mixed for $100. I recorded that in my little closet. What do you think? You guys want to live in there? You want to get a sleeping bag and live in there? That's my big fancy recording studio, guys. Fuck, you probably saw like some of my jerk-off lotion or something. That's not really a really glamorous part of the world is the point. Okay? That track was brought to you by $300 in my little rinky-dinky studio closet. It's fucking banger. Does anybody care that's a banger? You think these guys that work in these promotion studios, oh wow, Reformed Stoic, Moggy Jr., and they look into me and they see some of my history, some of the good, some of the bad. You think they want me to make it, dude? Even if that's, you know, they're taking money for promo, you think anybody wants me to make it, bro? You think anybody wants you to make it? Nobody wants you to make it. So how do people make it? What's real promotion? Well, circling back to my point, getting Cuff'em to react to my song, that was free, by the way. That was free. And in Hustle and Flow, he makes friends with a lady of the night, an escort, and, you know, he has her sleep with a guy to get a nice microphone, and she kind of, like, kisses up on dudes to get the song played at the radio. It ain't pretty out there, boys. It ain't pretty out there. So you ready to go to war for what you want? Because life starts as a silent war, and it's all psyops and mind games and gaslighting. Oh, these are your friends. These are your family. That's your teacher. Everybody wants you to make it. When people are like wondering how I got into this whole simulated reality, Gnostic shit, I feel like I already woke up from a false reality, and I can verify it. I had friends. I had a community. I had a social circle, and they treated me like fucking shit. And I used to be like, oh, but you guys treat me like shit. No, we don't. Is it possible for people to lie? Who's right? Me or them? Who's lying? You know what, bro? Do you feel like you're being disrespected? Well, then there's a problem. It's like, hey, guys, I feel like I'm being disrespected. Are you disrespecting me? No, we're not. Oh, okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Are you ever gonna wake up and fucking accept what you believe to be reality? You gotta use your own best judgment, dude. Are you fucking schizo babbler? Do you need to be locked up in a mental hospital? You decide for your fucking self, bro. And then you say, you know what? I'm not crazy. I am taking disrespect, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And you know what? I look back on my life, and it feels really weird. It feels really icky when you lose your friends, when people in your family are like, Jake, is it true? Like what I heard about, well, this is kind of a little bit crazy, don't you think? Like when people from your past start talking about you, and you start losing friends and burning bridges, it feels icky, dude. Take a fucking shower, bitch. Because you escaped the Matrix. You're living it. You woke up from one false reality. Life is like a game of capture the flag, but you don't know you're playing. And you figure it out. Like, if you're smart, if you're worth something, you figure it out. It's like, well, let's see, there's a blue flag and a red flag, and my flag is the red flag, and, like, oh, it's okay, bro, we'll just, we'll put your flag over here, and, oh, no, don't touch our flag. It's like, okay, but that's my flag, and that's your flag, and they're taking my flag, and it seems like we're playing some sort of a game, and they're getting what they want, and I'm not getting what I want, and I know that I'm not happy, so we're in a competition. And then at some point, you're like, hey, you know what, guys? We're in a competition, and I'm not asking you. Like, I see what's going on, and we're out of the stage where you're gaslighting me, and like, hey, this is what it is. This is a fucking competition, and fuck you. Give me my flag, and fuck, give me my flag, and fuck your flag. That's also my flag. And then they're like, this just in, everybody. He's taking our flag. Yeah, we're playing capture the flag, bitch. You didn't want me to know, did you? But I figured it out. We're playing capture the flag, and everything was fine when you had my flag, and I didn't even realize what was going on. But now I got my flag, and I got your flag. And now, this just in, everybody. He's so horrible. He started beating me in the game that we tried to pretend we weren't playing. This is fucking war. And when Ludacris pisses on your mixtape, are you going to be like, I hurt myself today. Ludacris pissed on my mixtape. And I can't make it on my own. Ludacris pissed on my mixtape in Ohio. Of course he pissed on your mixtape. Nobody loved you. Are you going to start a red pill channel, or are you going to be like, nobody really cares about men? Why? So normies can gaslight you? How long have you known that's reality? You want some normies to tell you that that's reality, right? They never will. They'll always tell you you're wrong. I had a little discussion with my mom on the phone today. It's not a big deal. I wasn't having a meltdown. They're taking their millionth boomer vacation in the last 3 months. And we're, some stuff about dating comes up, yada, yada, yada. And my mom says to me, just be a good person and you'll get the girl. Does anybody believe that? Now, this video is not going to regress into that kind of bullshit, but I'm just saying, dude, girls, guys, Democrats, right-wingers, white, black, yellow, like, does anybody believe that anymore? I feel like that's why I've been single for so long, because I believe that. Just be a good guy, dear. Like, my mom is telling me shit that's going to kill me. My mom is feeding me advice that's going to leave me covered in flies and shit and alone and dirty begging on the streets. And I'm not trying to be an incel right now. Like, I get it. No, like, it's not something... Nobody believes in that. Women are explaining to you, you don't deserve love for being a nice guy. Nobody thinks that. That's some shit that your grandma tells you, so you won't fucking, like, go to bed crying at night, dude. Because this is the real fucking world. Because men, there's a Rick and Morty thing. I was thinking about this today. This is like maybe season 1 or season 2 of Rick and Morty. I think it's season 1 where there's like the sex doll, and Morty bangs a sex doll, and then it has some sort of a baby, and then they discover the planet, and the planet is ruled by women, and it shows, like, when the women are born, they're going to, like, university right out of the womb, and, and then they rule, and then, like, they're inside, and the boys, they play outside. As soon as the boy is born, he's fired out of a fucking cannon into the middle of the desert, and he's immediately going to war with all the other guys. That's the world that we live in. That's real life. Okay? Fuck the shit about the sex dolls and the robots. Like, women being born into a university where everybody loves them and, like, guarantees them success, and men being fired out of a cannon into a desert fucking dump to battle to the death. That's what we live in. How long have you been in the stage where it's like, we live in a society that fucking sucks for men? So fucking it fucking sucks. It's so fucking hard being a man. Nobody fucking cares, and they'll gaslight you forever. You know why they'll gaslight you forever? Because they don't care about you. Nobody fucking cares. So let me feed you a useful tip here in this insane unhinged rant, dude. You guys like my hat? You know, the Mahoy Mignoy from SpongeBob? Let's fucking get it. It's cold. I want you to make people regret telling you to be confident. Because nobody likes that advice, right? Girls like guys who are confident. You don't like that shit. You don't like hearing about confidence. It makes you feel icky because deep down you probably know that you're not confident, but it's still unconscious and you can't do the work and you can't make the change. I'm going to help you make the change, dude. But here's the problem, guys, is I've always been working on some shit. Like, I've had a very strange set of problems in my own life. I've always been working on some shit. I've been talented since I was like 16 or 17. So y'all might have different problems than me. You might have it harder than some other people. But something that I feel like can plant the seeds of your transformation in you is I want you to make normies regret telling you to be confident. Because they don't want you to be confident. You already know this. When normies say, well, you're struggling with, we'll just say dating. You're struggling with women because you're not confident. They're not saying that because it's true. They're saying that because they're beating you over the head. It's gaslighting. Like, whatever you perceive as the problem, you're wrong. They're right. It's that you're not confident. And maybe it is that you're not confident. But that's the point. Is like, they don't actually want you to be confident. Nobody wants you to be confident. Confident means telling them to go fuck themselves. Confident means, I'm right, you're wrong, we're not going to debate it because that means I give a flying fuck about what you think. Okay? The funniest thing in the world, probably some irony in it, is if way back when Moggy Jr. told you to be confident and then you confront them 5 years down the line and you are confident, they're not going to like that. They're actually going to try to say, well, this is narcissism and you need to get the chip off your shoulder and you need to learn to take advice. Why can't I just be confident and tell you to go fuck yourself? Nobody wants you to be confident, dude. Nobody wants you to make it. Nobody wants you to be famous. So when you're in my shoes, and it's like, oh, I got Moggy Jr. This is the best, most professional song that I've put out. It's Fire Flames. It's dope. Everybody knows it's dope. It's already publicly acknowledged that it's dope. Okay, now what? Because nobody wants to see this fucking become a banger, dude. Nobody wants to see this shit take over the world. And I'll just tell you right now that this week coming up, we did the streams every day. I think tomorrow at least I need to take another 1 day off of streaming. Now I just need to have a little bit of faith. Now I just need to kind of lean back and prepare for a world where it's not all about Moggy Jr. going viral. While I'm brainstorming and thinking of some last ditch efforts to keep it going. But here's what it comes down to, guys. Life is war. It was a psyop war because they didn't want you to know you were at war. At some point, you've taken damages, you've taken punches to the back of the head. Night, night, let's have a slumber party. When you're asleep, they're fucking hitting you with the phone book to not leave bruises, and they're poisoning your water, and they're doing everything they can fucking do to sabotage you. It's like, hey man, did you put poison in my water? No! Hey man, like I have a headache. Like you didn't punch me in the head while I was asleep. No! Hey man, you didn't tell that girl that like there's something really, really, really wrong with me to make me blood. No! And then, like, okay, well, he says that he's not doing it, so I guess he's not doing it. But eventually gets to a point where it's like, okay, I know for a fact these people are not my friends. And then you declare war. And there's a really organized way to do it. And that's a whole nother video. It's probably not going to be pretty, dude. Okay, if you're here, you probably took a lot of fucking damage. It probably took a really long time. These people have created a network behind your back and whispers and gathered blackmail on you and got you to do stupid shit. And they have done everything to basically, in their minds, create a foolproof system to where if you ever turn on them, they can just make you disappear. Well, I survived that whole fucking system, dude. My entire network in my hometown turned on me and made fucking posts about me and did everything in their fucking power to destroy me. And guess what? Moggy Jr., bitch. I'm right here. I'm better than I've ever been. I got the 865 blammy. I'm better at rap. I'm better at drums. I'm the best shape I've ever been in. I look better than I did when I was in my 20s. I'm here and I'm ready to smear, baby. Okay? And it's war now. But it's technical war. Because now you got to use some of the same tactics that were used against you. You don't want people to know that you're at war with them. But they also are trying to play Jedi mind tricks on you. It's fucked, bro. Like I said, let's try to get some bullet points out of the chaos here. Nobody wants you to make it, so they're at war with you. But they're fucking cowards, so they don't want to have a real war. You're ready for real war. You have declared real war on people who are at psyop war with you. So you're like, okay, it's wartime, but psyops are a part of the war. When you're in a war, it's like there's psyops, there's battles, you might be in hand-to-hand combat, you might be fucking operating a sniper rifle, all hypothetically. But we're just saying, hypothetically, in war, there's a lot of different areas. Okay, now we need the psychological warfare, now we need the weaponry combat, now we need the hand-to-hand combat, now we're doing a recon mission, now we're fucking like wearing camo, climbing under barbed wire and shit through the mud. Now it's a training simulator. Like, there's a lot of different aspects to war. So the fact that you are prepared for full on, like, hey, we're not playing games, fuck you, you're my enemy, let's fight. Like, you're ready for that. But then you're going to come across people who aren't on your level. And you can manipulate them. And you can do it in a way where Jesus is like, whatever, dude, sure. Like, you can try to maintain this core of a good person. It's an armored core. You have a heart. You have a human heart. You're capable of caring about people. If you ever get a woman to love you, probably by lying to everybody around you and manipulating everything and playing this stupid fucking evil game that everybody plays, and a woman will see that you are capable of chaos. She will see that you're able to fucking thrive in this world. You still have some love deep down in there. But everybody's already probably heard the advice about women, bro. It's like you can never be emotionally available to a woman. What it really ends up being is that they try to change you, and if they ever succeed, they leave. They can't ever change you. But what you do is like you kind of joke. It's like, hey, you know what? I think my heart just grew 3 sizes, and it's right back to spankings, and it's right back to let's go to Burger King, get whatever you want. The Charbroil, the burgers here, baby. Whammy! You can never change. But you can kind of like give them false hope that you're going to change. This is right where you have to keep women. It's like you become this man who's capable of the kind of war that we play, and they see that you're a destroyer, and when it comes to like sex and all that, you're probably going to bang them really soon, okay? Because we all know that women do that, and basically if it's like, well, I'm ready for something real now, and I'm not going to put out anymore, and they try to hold sex over your head, that's not a real relationship. That's a simp, imaginary, fairy tale, brainwashing bullshit. They're doing psychological warfare on you, bro, okay? If a girl likes you, she's going to have sex with you. I would recommend that you get the girl who, like, you know, maybe makes you wait one date. She plays hard to get a little bit, but it's going down sooner than later, okay? But she's, you know, like early 20s, so she's not completely used up. I hope I'm allowed to say that. It's whatever. This is life. But then once the relationship's going, that's when they start wanting to, like, change you. And if you don't give her any hope at all that you can change, then she's going to start talking to her friends, traitors. Her friends are your enemies. Everybody in her circle is your enemy because nobody wants you to be happy. Everybody wants women to have everything. Remember Rick and Morty? You were fired out of a cannon into the desert where you're going to fight to the death. She was born into a university. Everybody wants to give her everything, and nobody ever wants you to have anything, okay? Just a quick review. So all of her friends and everybody in her life is going to try to brainwash her to get you out of her life, even though she's attracted to you in your natural, ready-for-war state. So you have to be like, okay, baby, yeah, I'll go to anger management classes, but don't really fucking go to the classes. And then, you know, like, if she brings it up too many times, you throw a fucking chair, and then, like, go have an affair or some shit, okay? That's the only way! I will not argue with you about this. So anyway, moving on from that, because that shit doesn't matter. Women are easy. Doesn't even fucking matter. I got a blowjob last night, alright? Fuck that shit. Nobody cares. Success is all that matters for men. Success is all that matters. Women come after that, easily. All you gotta fucking do is take what you want, but avoid force at all costs. Because that's what the normies have been doing to you your entire life. there's a series of aggressions. It's like, okay, I'm gonna like do a white lie. Okay, I'm gonna do like a bigger white lie. Okay, I might straight up have to do a smear campaign on this person. Okay, I'm gonna fucking like manipulate people behind their back. Or like, okay, I'm gonna fucking beat them up. Like, there's like a series of events, and some of those examples are a little bit over the top. We don't do black lies. This is a Christian channel, okay? We don't throw chairs. I was just kidding. But you gotta let women know that you can get other women, dude. Like, the thing that the church tries to do, it's a tool to beat men over the heads with. I don't know, man. Like, there's no time. We don't have time to exhaustively go over all these details, guys. Nobody wants you to make it. So put yourself in my shoes. You got Moggy Jr. It's a banger. I can make better bangers. I can make more bangers. I want the next song to be a little more like a little bit more aggressive. A little bit more technical, a little less laid back, a little bit more we're in the fucking trenches. Because that's what this life is. We're at fucking war, boys. You're at war. We used to have a system that kind of like guided men to success. Now all there is gaslighting. Now all there is competition. It's like in The Dark Knight, where it's like it's time for tryouts, and he breaks the pool cue in half to two sharp ends, and he leaves it to these two guys to the battle to the death. That's what this life is, dude. For men. Nobody cares. Nobody wants you to get anywhere. You've already cried about it. I cried about it. The crying stage lasts for a different period of time. There's different stages. Ideally, you get through the stages really fast. It's like, okay, all your normie friends, you threw them in the garbage. They tried to ruin you. You fucking moved past it. You felt sorry for yourself, and you cried about it, and you went and sulked in like online communities. Hopefully you can get through all that shit, and you just realize, this is war. I either want to have a good life, or I want to have a bad life. I've already had a bad life, so I can either keep having a bad life, which I've adjusted to, or I can have a fucking good life. The only way you're going to have a good life is by war. Okay? Me getting Cuff'em to react to my song, that was war. I knew that if I got him on the phone, because I have the mind of a fucking sergeant war general. I probably would have been good in the military. I probably would have been good in the CIA or the FBI or the DAA or the HAFA or whatever. Any of that shit. Okay? I knew that if I got him on the phone, I'd be like, hey, listen to my song on stream. And he wouldn't even be able to like contemplate that was an option for him. You're a nice guy when people allow you to be a nice guy. When people start pushing you a little bit, you push back a little bit harder. But you give a little bit of incentive. It's like, hey man, like I see you pushing a little bit. It's all good, bro. But you're playing this game where it's like, I'll make you a deal. On one hand, I'm ready to go to war with you. But we can sign this treaty where just back the fuck up, and I won't make you look like an idiot in front of everybody. That's the kind of deals that we make over here, okay? Because let me tell you what most of my life was, bro, is people clowning me over stupid horseshit. The only negative things people have ever said to me is that I'm short and bald. Some people say I'm ugly. I don't believe it. That's the only negative things people have ever had to say to me. It's like, okay, cool, I'm short and I'm bald. This is what I want. I'm going to fucking take it. And as soon as you try to get in my path, I have like manipulation. I can manipulate your friends. I can lie. I can like the whole art of war from Sun Tzu. Whatever it is, dude. You want to have a debate? Smeared. You want to have a fucking nunchucks battle? Hiya! Ninja stars. Okay? You want to have a gunfight? I'm hiding behind a tree. You want to fucking run for president? Vote for me, bitch. You're just ready. But what most people aren't ready for is the full-on fucking, like, we're not doing psyops anymore. It's fucking Hiroshima, Nagasaki. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. Let's fucking go. Nobody's ready. Most people don't want that. Men are afraid of conflict. Not always physical conflict. Putting yourself out there. Putting yourself in an embarrassing situation. You guys, if you see a girl that you like in the real world, touch fucking grass, you're going to have to figure out a way to talk to her. Cold approach does not really work the way people think it does. A girl has to look at you. You make eye contact. There's a exchange of body language. You find a way to say hi. Hey, how's it going? Good. I'm so-and-so. Nice to meet you. All right, well, I'll see you around. And then it happens again. And she's still giving the signs. What you should try to do, this is way better than cold approach, is be somewhere where you regularly see a girl and you're able to have some sort of a rapport that goes for like 4 or 5 times maybe. And then you nonchalantly set up a low pressure date because you want to have the intention to get to know them. You should probably just watch other dating videos. There's too much shit going on in this video right now. We're on fucking fire, boys. Woo! Are you ready for war? Are you ready to stop crying? Are you ready to stop pretending that the world is fair or that you're ever going to get normies to give a shit or convince you of anything? And you can make allies. But the only way you can make real allies is if you're capable of fucking war. And sometimes somebody, they might be trying to like instinctually like manipulate you and fuck with you. It's like, hey, don't fuck with me, bitch, but we can still be friends. That's how it is, boys. And I remember when I read this tweet on X, like, watch out for the guys who playfully disrespect you, okay? I grew up in that kind of shit. I grew up in that shit. People are calling you bitch, calling you pussy, and it's playful and wrestly. It's like, if you want to hang out in that community, you got to throw it right back at them, dude. And you can keep it low-key, and you can act like you're not mad. It's like, I'm a bitch, you're a bitch. Hey, how's this for being a bitch? Well, and then pin them on the ground and choke them out, and maybe, like, beat them up a little bit, dude. Hit them with a body shot. You just have to win at life, bro. Go to the fucking gym. Learn martial arts. Join a boxing gym. Figure it the fuck out, boys. That's all there is. You don't like hearing about that you should be confident. You don't like hearing that confidence is the key for men. I want you to make the normies regret that they ever told you to be confident. Because when you're really confident, you will become a fucking monster. And these people who are gatekeeping you will be telling people someday that they knew you. Because that's exactly what's happening for me right now. God bless you, my friends, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace out.